Thank you, everyone, for coming out tonight. Welcome to Consumed, where we begin our calibration phase.
hmm
Uh, Lever, what the F has changed? Because I'm pretty sure it's everything. Can we get like a, oh, hey, dog. Well, my dog goes crazy. Why don't you tell us about what's going on?
hmm Um, so I think the best way to handle the stuff that's changing is sort of as it comes up. Like when we get to the start of the reality show phase, I'm gonna talk about how the reality show, reality show stuff has changed because that's like the biggest overhaul that happened. Um, with the calibration, like a little stuff has changed here and there, but it's not like gigantic. So, um, my question is, we were going to do Estani's calibration first, and then Kelsa's after that, right?
I believe
Probably.
that was the
We'll
plan,
we'll see
yes.
what we're left with once we've burned everything.
Right.
Once
That's
we've burned everything.
yes, because um, yeah.
So has anything changed to my phase?
Um, so the way we would start is we all pick something to burn from the game, and then we can go from there.
Okay. So I will start with Golden because I know Golden wanted to burn something. So what would you like to burn?
Have to burn causality. Things no longer have a cause.
Okay. Um the way
Causes
that
and effects are disjointed.
the way
Mhm.
that that looks is that nothing happens for 1,000 years and then suddenly everything is on fire except it's not because there's no fire.
That seems appropriate.
Because we burn fire
Nice.
in the
Yes.
past. Yeah, that sounds right.
Um So that is what it looks like to burn causality. So you have this disjointed burning where you do something and nothing seems to happen. And then someday, eventually, for no reason, something happens.
Yes.
Um, I'm gonna go next
Okay, great.
because I really want to burn Trinity.
Oh,
She's the last person I thought you wanted to burn.
Yeah.
Oh,
Same.
but
I suspected this,
so
but what?
good.
How does she burn? I want to know, or
We see
why?
her floating in darkness, and suddenly the darkness starts to consume her until she is a black shadow floating in darkness. And then these cracks start to form on her surface, and light starts to spill out of these cracks, and then she shatters.
Nice.
Woof.
Shit.
There's a music
Uh,
video like that.
yeah, that sounds about right.
Lavender, you need to burn something.
I really thought you were going to burn either Bryce or Ferdinand, and then I was going to burn the other one. That was
I
my
think
plan.
it's more interesting to burn one or the other and then leave one of them behind,
Ooh, interesting.
personally.
Mm.
Um, I think I'm going to burn Bryce because I feel like Ferdinand is really interesting, and
I
I
like
feel
you're
like
burning both of his love interests as well.
I know.
yes.
That's so sad. Poor
Mhm.
Ferdinand.
Okay. Was Bryce the one that was being chased
Yep.
last episode?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
We see
Yes.
Bryce running and he's being chased by, they were faceless, right? Like glitched out faces or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And so we see that scene again, and it's almost like on film, and then we see the film starting to like get eaten away by heat,
Mhm.
And then we hear the sound of like film snapping and like a film reel going, but there's no film in it anymore, and like the image is gone. It's just white.
Right.
Kelsa burned something for me.
Oh boy. I am going to burn traffic jams. Everyone gets where they're going on time.
Okay, man. Okay, this looks like a whole bunch of cars with their engines just smoking.
Mm.
There's no traffic jams because there's no cars that work.
There's still
Fair.
crowded there's
That
still
sounds
crowded
like-
hallways.
That sounds too much like causality.
Okay, that's true. We'll just say it's a bunch of smoking car engines, and then so it's smoky, and it's like it's like a dark smoke, like a black smoke, like a dark wood smoke type thing, like
Mhm.
plastics and woods and stuff burning, and it's just coming from the engines of these cars.
Flawless.
Amazing.
Does anyone want to burn anything else? I have more stuff I'd like to burn, but I'd like someone else to go first if anyone would like to burn anything.
I don't have any in mind yet.
Golden, do you have anything else you'd like to burn?
I think I forgot everything, unfortunately.
Well, you can burn something just off the top of your head if you'd like, or
Hmm. What should I burn?
leave big gaping holes in the
Yeah.
world.
That sounds like a what do you call it? Like a command in this game.
Yeah.
Leave big gaping holes in the world.
Mhm.
I want to burn the spaces between our minds.
What does that mean?
The things that keep us from interacting mentally, but only through these physical forms.
Okay.
Okay.
You see a group of people, and each one has like a brick wall around just like their head. And like, there's like, it's almost like their head is a prism, and there's all of like these beams of light trying to shine out from their head, but they're getting absorbed and blocked by these brick walls. And suddenly, the light pierces these brick walls like a laser, and all of the bricks just come crashing down. And all of these prism heads are able to like shine into each other.
Nice.
Cool.
I need sunglasses for my brain now.
Yes, you do. I want to burn Ruth.
Thank you. That's what I was about to say. Burn something about Ruth. There you go.
Her existence.
Yes.
Goodbye,
Great.
Ruth.
It looks like hold on, I need to look at this stable. It looks like Judith arranging flowers. She looks sad, but she doesn't know why.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Sorry.
Oh no, that
Mhm.
just right in the feels bone.
Yep. Anyone else want to burn anything?
Considering you've stolen that from me, I would like to I think I'm going to burn funerals.
Okay. Oh, and also whoever's making the list of burned things, thank you.
You're welcome. Get in there.
So, what does that look like, burning funerals? I guess we see every tombstone, every urn, every memorial picture and shrine, and it's like a giant is taking all this and just shoving them casually into an incinerator.
Awesome.
A flameless incinerator is just heat.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Kelsa, would you like to burn anything else?
I don't think so. I'm pretty
Oh, I didn't burn
satisfied.
June. I burned Ruth.
Yes. And I almost forgot our brain links. Our not brain links? The space between our brains. Yes, that was it.
Yep.
Space between our minds.
Perfect. Apologies to everyone who had to listen to my clicky clackies.
Do I want to
Amazing.
burn anything else? I feel like I do, but I'm gonna hold off because I can't think of
Yeah.
a way to word it, and I think we've burned enough for now.
Yeah,
Let's
I
save
feel
some
very
burning
sad.
for later.
Flames will grow hungry again.
Yeah, well, the non-flames.
Yeah, exactly.
The heat will grow hungry.
The flash will grow hungry.
I gotta say though, man, I really, Saint, why did you have to have us burn fire? It is so hard to describe burning things when I don't have access to fire.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
I love it.
You
The
took
creative-
away half of my move. Thanks.
The creative strength.
Technically, you can't even exist without fire, so
Depends
Well,
on
apparently,
your definition of
we
fire.
exist through eldritch horrors now. It's fine.
yeah,
Yep.
I would have preferred to exist through fire.
Don't we all?
Mhm.
Okay. Is there anything else that we do in my game?
Yeah. We remember what our fire looks like, and we put that fire onto the stars, and we go around choosing a star to brand with the fire that we have.
Man, there are not a lot left.
No, it's not.
Golden, why don't you brand your first star?
Okay.
So the kinds of burning that you had were the prism thing, and then
The non-causality thing.
where it bursts into flames thousands of years later.
Well, heat. We'll say heat.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was my personal fire. The one with the brown woodish color in my mind. Are we branding things with the fire of things we destroyed?
Yes.
Yep.
Basically.
Oh. I guess I'm going to go with Brian. And I think the way it looks is that all the windows of his internal mosque break. And each of the windows is just like a beam of light that's spreading outwards.
And then who do you want to put your color on to?
My color or
Yep. Your like cherry mahogany color.
yeah, I'll put my mahogany color on June. How do I do that?
I think the way that we've been doing it is we've made it a style in the past.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
And then while Golden's doing that, Estani, who do you want to go after that?
I think I'll go in the order that I asked us, so I'll go next.
Okay, great.
I'm going to put my brand onto Ferdinand. I gotta get to the reality channel. There we go.
Yep.
And it's going to look like. So I imagine that Ferdinand has kind of like a darker complexion,
Mhm.
and now he's veined with these cracks of just like white.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna say white cracks.
This reminds me of that one commission you did for someone where they were like an earth genasi or something, and they had the pulses of energy.
Oh yeah,
That's what that reminds me of.
it's totally like that.
Yep.
And then my electric blue, I will give to Brian. Lavender.
Cool. I will. I'm going to give Brian. I'm going to give Brian the one where. Brian throws things into an electric blue incinerator.
Interesting.
And then I'm going to put my, because I don't have Ruth anymore. I don't have Bryce anymore either. I'm going to put my like bright red color on Ferdinand. But where do I put that?
If you want to change the cracks to be bright red instead of white, I would be down for that.
That's one thing I'm thinking of. Also, making the street view cameras have like bright red recording lights
Also, that would
could be
good.
interesting.
Ooh.
I think I'm gonna do that.
Cool.
I'll wait for you to finish because I would like to give my greasy burning engines to Ferdinand as well.
Okay, I'm close to you. Go right ahead.
Okay, add greasy burning engines. Perfect.
And then who would you like to give your pale purple to?
June. It's gonna be purple gray.
Mm-hmm. And then we ask new questions in the same way that we did last time, where you can either make your question about the color, the brand, or one of the characters that you put your brand on. Or you can have it be about two characters. Because I remember Estani was like, "Can I do two characters?" And I was like, yeah.
Okay, I think we'll just go in the same order. So, Golden, do you have a question? If you're not ready, then we can just move on. Also, so no pressure.
I'm trying to imagine the questions that Adam said.
Well, like for example, we have some of them on the board already. Who shines with a deep red in your mind? That uses the color.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Trinity with when she views a pale purple sky? So.
I wasn't looking for examples. I was trying to get the actual question to process. Like.
Oh. Okay.
Yep.
Sorry.
My brain is just kind of stupid right now.
It's all good.
I've been there before where I have to be like, brain, replay that for me, please.
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
So it was the color, about a person, or about 2 people.
Or the brand.
Yeah. Hmm. I want to know, what does June think about loss?
That's so interesting.
And then I put a circle around it, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
It has to be inside this box, right?
No, it can be anywhere.
Oh, okay. Is the box going to move?
No, because we're not doing my phase.
Okay. I just gotta grab this. I can't because it's on a different layer, which means that I probably put this text on the wrong layer.
What layer does the text
I think it's
go
the
on?
GM layer.
The circle, I think, goes on the token layer, and the text goes on the GM layer.
Okay.
Okay, we'll put the text on the GM layer. And then I am currently on the object layer. And I cannot select my circles. Perhaps they're on the map layer. No, they're definitely on the object layer.
Oh,
It's just
weird.
hard
I
to select
can't
things.
select your circles either.
What
Try
has
zooming
happened to
in.
my circles? That's what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, so now I can just copy the circle.
Cool.
Maybe we'll shrink it.
All right. So, my question is, who is the next to crack?
Mm.
A good resurrection of an older question that got moved to the other neighborhood.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll do it like that.
Messy. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I need to do. Blah. Okay.
Lavender.
Okay. Who has tasked Brian with stewardship of the incinerator and the mosque?
That is an interesting question.
Yep. Or where to put it?
That's
My
also an interesting
question is,
Yep.
how many lives has June ruined?
Ooh,
Oh.
that is a good question.
I don't want to be really snarky right now. I'm going to hold off until later. Let me just make a note on my snark pad.
Make a circle. Great.
Okay.
And then that is a Stainy's space.
Lovely. Actually, I want to move this just. Kiss. There we go.
Mm-hmm. And now we're a little short on stars, so it would be great to do Kelsa's phase.
Okay. Remind me how to do my phase again. It's been a
Yes.
long ass time.
Yes, we've done it once at the very
That's
beginning.
part of why I wanted to burn some characters off so we could visit Kelsa's phase again.
Right,
Mhm.
right. So your phase has changed a little bit, but mostly on our side, not on your side. So what you do is you say, show me who or what is the most adjective. And it could be like floral, serious, fiscally responsible was one we did.
Right.
But the way this has changed is we can answer with either coming up with a new star or coming up with a new neighborhood.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Show me who is the most eloquent.
Hmm.
I've got one.
Yeah. What do you got?
I got one too.
Her name is Martinique. She is a professional public speaker. She doesn't know why she's here.
Yeah. Golden.
Mine is Freya. She's a monk, and she lives a life of austerity. And few words.
Very interesting.
I think I've got one. If you don't quite yet.
I'm this close. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I know the feeling. My neighborhood is Gardenia Heights. I think Arwen, our calligrapher friend, is from here. Yeah.
Okay. I was also thinking about doing a neighborhood. Would I need to tie it to a person or nah?
No.
Okay. Then okay. So what do we know about that neighborhood other than its name and that it's eloquent in some way?
You're making it up on the spot, just like I did.
Well, no, I meant your neighborhood, the Gardenia Heights. I feel like we didn't learn very much about it.
Okay. I think, like, in relation to Small Step and Giant Sleep, it's way more inland. Like, kind of. It's like inland and upland, so it's like a little bit higher. I'm imagining, like, not like mountainous, but definitely like a little rural, a little hilly, and like plenty of flower bushes everywhere.
Awesome. All right. This has firmed up my answer of a neighborhood, which is going to be Black Bluff. It is out in the desert, and the entire city is carved out of obsidian. There's a giant obsidian mountain pillar, and the wind sings through the halls.
Yes.
Nice.
That's amazing.
Let's have a fight there.
Right?
Mm-hmm. And then you get to judge who was the most eloquent.
I feel if I choose my own, I'm like being
No,
self-indulgent.
pick it.
I was
It's
about
really
to say,
good.
don't be afraid
Go
to,
ahead.
All right, I will pick my own. Let's go with
because
Black
I love
Bluff.
that shit. Yep.
It was really good.
Mhm.
And
Um,
Martinique and Freya are in the stable now, so it's all fine.
yes.
Mhm.
I
Is
like.
somebody-
I
That
like.
should solve our problem of needing, like, maybe one more star. So maybe-
We'll do
Yeah.
another one. But I really like. I honestly really liked Freya. If I was not going for my own, crazy ass idea that was bubbling in my mind. Anyway,
It was so good.
let's.
So what you do is, if you want me to, I can open up the Roll20 page for Black Bluff, and you can make a character sheet for Black Bluff.
Okay. I will do that. And I will think of another questions. Character sheet. Black Bluff. Okay.
I'm good.
And how do I make it to be a neighborhood sheet? Here we go. I did it.
Yep, looks great.
And it go down in neighborhoods. All right. So now please pitch me something as the most boisterous.
I got it.
Yeah,
I've also got one, but Golden, go first.
yeah.
Me too.
It's Sebastian, the small cat girl.
Sebastian, the small cat girl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just making sure I heard you right.
Mhm.
Estania, what do you got?
I have Troy. He totally talks like a bro. He likes to drink and party, and he's from money, but also he kind of has a career of going on like these dumb reality TV shows. Like he's been on Survivor, he's been on
Right.
The Amazing Race, he's been like on all of them. And so he's kind of got like this social media following because he's just, his claim to fame is he's been on a lot of reality TV shows.
All right. Lavender, do you got anything to compete with that?
Yep, I'm Cassie. I've got this attitude where I talk at you and make you my friend, and that's how I got here, and that's how I'm gonna get out of here.
Ooh. That's good, but I'm going to give it to Troy.
Awesome.
I really want to see this dude bro reality, like, serial reality star. Like.
Mhm.
Fantastic. I'm glad. I liked the idea of him.
Yeah.
I need to figure out, because he's boisterous. So what would his verb be? I might need your guys' help with that.
Oh, a verb.
Mm.
Because like, so June, hers is side eye because she was the most, what? I don't remember. I remember Ferdinand was cut because he cuts out things.
Yeah.
But for Troy, what would his be? I guess like show
pontificate?
off. Show off. I think it's gonna be show
Mhm.
off.
Show off.
Is
Is
it
good.
mansplain?
No.
No, I'm gonna show off.
Okay.
Ooh. Oof.
Too rough? Alright, sorry.
I mean, he's probably gonna do it though.
Oh yeah, he probably will.
Uh-huh.
He's gonna be the worst, but also, you know,
I'm looking forward to it.
I just, Troy and June are gonna be like the worst together.
I'm looking forward to it. All right, I think we need at least one more here to kind of
Mhm.
fill us up. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Who is the most full?
What does that mean?
Don't die. What do you
I've
want
got
it to
one.
mean?
Exactly.
Astini, yes, please. I'm so happy that you're like all over these.
It's not a star though. It's a neighborhood.
Even better, fuck it.
It's a space station nightclub district.
Nice.
And everyone takes the space elevator up there. It's like this whole thing. Like you spend like all day on the space elevator just so you can go to the space nightclub district. And like it has all these open windows so you can see like all the stars and galaxies all around you. It's amazing.
I don't need to hear anything else.
I was about to say that's perfect because I refuse to compete with that.
Nice.
What is the name of this neighborhood?
Well, it's got to be something peak.
Sure.
Galaxy Peak.
Ooh,
Galaxy Peak.
I love it.
I'll go ahead and add one.
That's really too good. Okay, I'm not lying about us needing another star though. So
I got an idea.
oh, I gotta ask a question.
Oh, I thought it was about being full of stuff. Okay.
No,
She's already picked Galaxy Peak.
I-
She's like, no one else gets to go.
no one else gets to go. I made my decision.
Oh, burn. Okay.
All right. Who is the hottest?
I've got one.
Yes.
Her name is Josephine. Not only is she incredibly attractive, but she's also very sick and she constantly has a fever of 101 degrees.
Nice.
Okay, awesome.
She's
Lavender.
terminally ill, definitely.
Lavender, do you have any ideas? Or are you just dying over there?
Here we go.
Dying for now, but I really need to come up with a star.
All right, Golden, do you have any suggestions?
Yeah. Her name's Kaylee, and she died in a fire, or she was going to, but then fire got reckoned out of existence.
And causality.
So she's just literally is hot all the time.
Her name again, so I can add her.
Kaylee?
Kaylee.
Kelly. I can't say it right.
I mean, you said it was Kaylee, so
Yep, it's Kaylee.
no one had to knew that wasn't what you thought. All right, Lavender, let's go.
I feel like Kaylee was my character, the character that I had in my head, so I'm good.
Okay. I mean, I feel compelled to pick her now, but also she's very interesting, so I'm totally picking her.
Yeah, pick Kaylee for sure.
Like, what is her word? What is her verb?
Is she hot? She's got a burn, right?
Yeah, I mean,
If you want her to.
Yeah.
Pitch. Smolder.
ooh, smolder.
Smolder.
Oof. I mean, that's what she's doing 24/7,
Mm.
Yeah, okay.
and then some. Okay, that's
Smolder.
brilliant. I love it. All right. I think that's a good stable for right now.
I was thinking so too.
So, what is the next step?
That is it for your phase. So now we're going to shift to the reality show screen and talk about all the changes that happen.
Don't we have to do the thing where we pick characters?
We're gonna have to because I was playing a character last time who no
Oh,
longer
yeah.
exists.
Same.
Yes. yes.
So we're gonna have to do
Everybody
Golden's phase, I
was?
think.
Like, okay, so not me. Everybody but me.
Because I was playing
No, someone
Trinity
was
last
played
time.
June. Okay. Yeah. So no.
Fuck it. I don't know how this works. Pick the character that you're interested in playing.
Okay.
Sure.
Do you want us to do an order or?
I'm kind of thinking we would do it the same way we would in Unreeling, where we just kind of talk about it.
Sure.
Since I made Troy, I would like to test him out.
You'd like to test drive Troy? Okay.
Yes.
Drive Troy. Nice.
Ooh, I would like to be Brian. I haven't played Brian that much.
Okay. I have no objection there.
Okay.
Golden, do you have a preference?
I'm gonna play Kaylee.
All right. I'm gonna keep being Ferdinand.
Okay.
I think I want to hold off the June Troy interactions until we've seen a little bit more of Troy.
That's
Right.
fair.
Without June, because it's gonna just amp up to 11.
It'll be too much. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what we would do next is we all open up our star sheets, and then there's a way that one of us becomes the neighborhood after we do
Having
that.
trouble. Don't I click on something and then something happens, but there's nothing to click on? Did I do it wrong?
Is the hover over the eye?
Oh, there we go. Okay, thanks.
Oh,
Yep.
okay, gotcha.
So for me, it says the intro, you were the last to calibrate. That's not me.
Yeah, that would be Kelsa.
Yes, I was the last to calibrate, so I click that button.
Yep.
It says, who said something really interesting about the neighborhood in your calibration? Make them open a neighborhood sheet. Pull suggestions from chat to set the situation, none you like. Find an enclosed shape on the board and fill it in. Open any unused star sheet and mark how many dots and sides it has.
You might want to do this one paragraph at a time.
Okay. Who said something really interesting about the neighborhood in your collaboration? So would that be about... I think we only talked about the neighborhoods that got created.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were pretty cool, so...
And they were both really cool, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Estani would like to play Troy.
I'm down to do either.
I'm fine.
Because I've never done a neighborhood before.
Would you like to do the neighborhood? Because I would love to see Galaxy
I
Peak.
could give it a try. Sure, why not?
Okay.
Because I mean, I can always hand that off at some point to somebody else, I'm sure.
Please open a neighborhood sheet.
Okay. I'm going to be opening up Galaxy Peak.
Yeah. All right,
We're
audience.
finally in the space future.
That's why I had
We're
to
in
make
space!
Audience. What would you like to see on our situation?
And then that'll give us time to read ahead.
We had destroyed causality. Get to space. Okay.
So, question while we're waiting on chat, because I'm looking at the third paragraph in Kelsa's resolution.
Mm-hmm.
It says everyone clicks the shot they want to do, but I'm the neighborhood. Would I not do that?
Right.
Okay, so it's everyone playing a star.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I'm playing a new character who has no styles. Do I automatically start... Wait, is that with the double exposure?
I
feel like I'm supposed to start with stars.
Sure. Did that not update for some weird reason? I was really sure I changed this, but basically don't read what's on the button.
Oh.
Just click it to say that you're picking that shot. Because it doesn't... You don't wait for things to happen to click that anymore. I was totally sure that I made it so that it would just say things like do an action shot, do a confessional, do a double exposure or whatever, but for some reason
yeah, because it still says a line crosses yours, someone puts
right.
a dot on your circle, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Why don't I
so
refresh?
We're not waiting for those triggers anymore.
No.
Okay.
Instead, we do that thing in the third paragraph where Kelsa counts to 3, and on 3 we click on the shot that we're interested in doing.
I just realized that I should have actually. I'm the channel, right? So should I have had that selected and click the button again? Is it different?
Um,
We'll click it again and let's find out.
it's slightly different, yeah.
Very slightly. Which framed edges in different colors?
Oh yeah, so it is slightly different.
Mm-hmm. Instead of picking a closed space, you find like a bunch of lines that connect like a lightning bolt, and you like paint over that and follow it across the board.
There's not a lot of lines that connect to other lines though.
Mm-hmm.
And none of them inside our box. Well, I guess one inside our box.
Also, I have a question. Since we're in the space future, do we need to be on a different page? So we're in a different neighborhood?
Right. Yeah, I opened Galaxy Peak so we can go to Galaxy Peak, but then nothing would be there. Shoot.
Yeah, exactly. So
That's a
like, how does
problem.
that work?
That's a
Mhm.
problem. Everything's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So many problems.
Not my fault.
No, it's my fault for picking a new neighborhood.
Oh.
It can't be anybody's fault. It's just statistics.
I mean, it's good to think about though, because like
Yes.
we need to figure out when we're moving to new neighborhoods, how do we handle that?
Mm-hmm.
Because there aren't going to be any like styles on the board or anything. It's going to be completely empty. So how do we fill a new neighborhood?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I'm going to copy, like, to solve this problem for now, I'm going to copy this one circle that I have that I made in a Stanies phase so that I can kind of fill that board.
Okay.
And if everyone else could try to do that too, that would be great, because
So
then we
just-
can build like a board.
Copy our circles.
Yes.
Okay.
All of them or one?
The one that we just made today, I think.
Yep.
Copy or move?
Move.
Thank you. Including the question, I assume.
Yep.
It's funny because they're on 2 different layers, so
Yeah, I'm just moving them
Yeah.
all to one layer, and then we'll see. Oops. No, copied the wrong thing. Yay.
That is a great idea. Thank you for bringing that up.
It did not move.
I'm gonna just copy it, and then I'm gonna paste it, and then I'm gonna go back and delete it.
I got rid of the grid too.
thanks.
And layer.
Layer. Worse. Best layer.
There we go.
It does mean we won't have a lightning bolt.
True.
You're just gonna have to. Let's put our circles closer together. Come on, everybody, team effort.
What?
I mean, I
no,
had mine
no.
like this anyway.
I'm
Yeah, there we
too
go.
Oh,
too
yeah.
anxious. I can't be by you.
That's okay then. We'll just be like a little cat's paw. There we go. Because now
Adorable.
you can totally do like. Oh, what? Beam of acid. What?
That's horrifying.
I just saw this little lightning bolt. I'm like, what is this?
Why did
I
they
can make a
add
beam of
this?
blood. Wow. Welcome to the space future.
This is
Okay.
pretty cool.
So since there's no like straight lines. So I would need to find a string of connected lines. Then
Sorry.
more than and then it asked me to find out how many colors and framed edges it connects to.
Hmm.
We don't have a frame.
It's very awkward. My best guess for like handling this one is like connecting the circles together, and then
Yeah.
you'd like have three different colors, and you wouldn't have any frame edges.
Well, I mean, they wouldn't be the
Yeah,
colors anymore. That's the thing. 'Cause now they're not the colors. See?
right. But I mean, they were different colors before you did that,
Okay, gotcha.
so they would be, yeah.
So it'd be 3. And so I need
Yep.
to mark that on a non-used character sheet. So I would not put that on.
You would put that on yours. Yeah.
So on Ferdinand.
Yep.
Okay, so 0. Nope. Stop going up. Go down. 0 framed edges in 3 different colors.
Hmm.
Okay. Next.
Why is she putting? So why does it say unused star sheet if she's putting it on Ferdinand?
Right. That's
It's an ordering issue that's like supposed to happen at the like. It's supposed to be like this thing where you're switching out from being the neighborhood to being the person who's setting up.
Oh, I see. So that would be how she would claim a character.
Yeah, exactly.
I get you.
okay. Okay, gotcha. Okay, then I guess is everybody ready for the next scene?
Yeah, I need to. I'm just gonna pick my shot at random wherever my mouse lands. I'm gonna be happy with. So
All right.
I'm ready.
So I guess the question. Hold on, actually, I want to go back.
Sure.
Second paragraph. Pull suggestions from the chat to set the situation. We haven't got any suggestions. Come on, chat, get with the program. Then it says none you like. Find a string of connected lines and change them to the non-player color. But how does that give us our starting situation?
So if we don't have a contribution from chat to start us off, then you would do one of your different color ones. So like hover over the eye in different color on your.
When they break eye contact, ask them what found footage of you flashes on screen, and ask the lurkers, where is the cassette tape of this broadcast hidden?
So I guess you don't really have a target for that yet. Normally this would be like in the middle of the scene where somebody's going. I guess you're a star, so you could pick yourself to start this off.
Sure. So I guess there's found footage of Ferdinand. He's in like a abandoned warehouse space, and it seems like that it's like kind of dirty, but he's got the like weird billboard things that he's cutting up, and like that's part of what's strewn all over this warehouse space is like bits and pieces that have fallen off of the broken billboards. And he's leaning over one of these billboards that he's taken, and like is ripping things out of it, just like rah, and throwing him over his shoulder and making a terrible mess.
Cool.
So lurkers, where is the cassette tape of this broadcast hidden? But now we find out about the next scene and we click our buttons, right? Because
Mhm.
this is like our transition. Is that small snippet
Yep.
of Ferdinand? Okay.
Yep.
Let's everybody pick a thing.
Got
One.
mine.
Everybody ready? Golden.
Yep.
2. Go on 3. 3.
No, I don't think anyone matched.
Let's see.
Yeah, we got a drama shot, we got a highlight, we got an action shot.
That's none of them.
Nice.
We're doing
Neat.
really great, guys.
Yeah.
You gotta
So
break the game to test the game.
yeah, exactly. So if we had matched, we would be able to be in the same shot, but since we're not, we just do these 3 in order.
Gotcha.
So Ferdinand would go first with the drama shot.
Okay, you can tell something that trouble's about to start. Choose one. All the questions below. Stare directly at the web camera and show us your answers. Let me finish looking at what this says before. Don't keep sushi. Choose one sort of stare directly at the webcam and show us your answers. What old problems do you stir up? So, Ferdinand is in the office of the producers, and he's got a folder of something, and he's throwing it on the desk, and it's shouting, "I cannot believe what you've done here to me. Me! I agreed to this for the publicity, right? No. This is bullshit. You are bringing trouble to all of us." And he's absolutely furious. I think that's my scene, so we would move to Golden and Ruth.
Okay.
Okay, can we hold on for a second so
Yeah.
that I can explain to Staney? Because normally what would happen is Ferdinand would keep going until a Staney
Okay.
cuts. So on Astaney's neighborhood sheet, you do see a beat intro,
Yes.
reverse lyrics, etc.
Mhm.
When Ferdinand describes things that are weird or suspenseful or upbeat, you click that button.
Oh, okay.
Yep. A little hard to describe that over text.
Well, this sounds suspenseful, so
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
suspense.
Mhm.
How do your nerves handle the pressure? So it says when they answer a question, use the polygon line tool to draw a line. If it crosses one of their dots, we don't have any. Your questions are: which clients/judges arrive? What challenge, twist, surprise do they spring on them? So when it says when they answer a question, who is answering the question?
Ferdinand. And that can either be the how do your nerves handle the pressure question
Okay.
that you're telling Ferdinand, or it can be one of the questions from their list, like what trite quips and slights do you exchange? What kind of look is on your face?
Okay. Oh, so then what are the questions below? It says your questions are these. How do those fit in?
You join them in their shot as the clients and judges,
Okay.
and then you answer those questions like you're in the scene with them.
Okay, so I think
Okay.
we get that scene of Ferdinand slapping his contract on the desk, and then the lens sort of pulls back, and I need to look at our stable so we can look and see who is on the other side of the desk. Well, it's Judith, clearly. We see all of these beautifully arranged flowers. We see pictures of houses behind her. Very elegant, estateful looking houses, but they also kind of have like a mournful quality to them in the photographs. And she's sitting there with her hands folded on the desk. And she says, "Well, you are getting exposure, aren't you, Ferdinand? What is the problem?"
He like makes this face of like 100 things that he wants to say and he cannot say any of them, and it's not entirely clear if he's like self-censoring himself or if something is literally preventing him from saying the words, because he just starts getting angrier and angrier, and until he finally just like explodes with, "That is worth bullshit."
You're going to have to explain yourself more clearly if you want us to come to a satisfactory resolution.
I think I explained myself perfectly clearly. Have you seen my art? You seen
I
my
have.
designs? Have you seen my? And he like gestures up and down himself as like the suit that he's wearing like changes color through the LEDs that are sent through it. It's like my style. Oh right, because he's also wearing the clear plastic vest.
Yes.
And the iridescent visor, because of course he is.
Mhm.
And the red cracks all over his skin like sparkle. What do you think I want out of this?
Well, you said you wanted publicity, and I mean, if you look at the ratings, you are one of our most popular contestants.
That is not selling.
Well, that sounds like that's your problem, Ferdinand. We've delivered on our end of the bargain.
He scoops up the contract and storms out.
I think you've answered the question, how do your nerves handle the pressure? The answer is not well. I will just polygon away.
Okay, I can handle cutting to the next shot.
Also, can we have an aspect ratio box on here?
Sure. I'll just carry it over from the last one that we did. That was a 3x7, I think.
Yeah, sure.
So.
And I'm polygoning in my color, yes?
Yes.
Mm.
No, I don't want to make a beam of acid. God damn it!
Are you sure?
Everyone wants to make a beam of acid.
Come on, just a little beam of acid.
All right.
What about the holy missile? It doesn't do anything as far as I can tell.
Okay. Copy. Galaxy Peak.
Yeah, I don't see holy either. Bummer.
The missiles just don't work. It's so sad.
It's not just that. Like, holy doesn't work at all.
It does for some of them.
It's working for me.
I can't get anything to work anymore. That's fine though. I'll just
Oh, no.
I'll
probably 'cause
polygon
there's
a
just
line
so
like I'm
much
supposed
stuff
to and
going
play the
on.
game.
There's still like acid burning over here, and
Yeah, I think you might need to refresh because I don't see. Oh my goodness, everything's happening at once.
Is it really? I don't see anything yet.
Yeah, everything happened at once.
Well, that's what happens when we don't have causality. There it goes.
Thanks,
That was pretty
120.
good.
thanks for making sure we didn't have causality.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
Nothing happens for a long time, and then
Yeah. It's exactly what it was. Oh, so I was saying that I was going to cut to the next shot by saying that this scene has lost focus. So, Ferdinand, look at one of the styles you haven't expressed and move it to the board. I feel like you hit a lot of styles though.
I did, but there are still some on here that I
Okay.
did not, such as Street View cameras with red recording lights.
Very true.
I'm going
Okay.
to go ahead and take that one. And I move it to the board. Oh no, that is not what I meant to do at all. Why can't I select it? There we go. And this comes out in black. Here we go. Paste. That's way too big. So, how do we know that that's a thing that happens? That lost focus thing and what to do about it.
So that was one of, the thing that's right under the drop down where you pick like lens, channel, resolution, etc. That's one of the things that I have, and we needed to cut the scene, so that I was like, okay, here's a way I can do that. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, because I have different colors and I have sides as well. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. And when you use those, you take them down just like you do in Unreeling.
Okay.
Yep. So then the next person to go, Ferdinand went. So then it will be Ruth that goes next with the highlight.
So the rules say choose number of questions below equal to the number of lines they crossed.
That is lies.
I figured as much. So I can answer as many questions as I like?
Yes.
All right. Let me open up the stable really quick. Boop. All right.
I knew since I was changing a lot of stuff that we would run into like a bunch of these little problems that we're running into, but this is a lot better already than how stuck everything gets with the other system. So I'm glad that we're doing it.
That's why I called that out. I wanted you to be able to make a note of it.
Exactly.
Okay. So we see Kaylee walking outside of the space bar into this domed area, right up against a wall of glass. On the other side of the glass is space and the stars. And she walks outside of the bar into this simulated outside, where there is like this. You just imagine like a miniature golf course, like full of shrubbery and plastic flamingos and gingerbread houses. And she's like losing control. She's holding her head. I see like her skin is dark, like it's charred or been cracked. And she sits down on this stone fountain. And we used to have like flashbacks of being in a house and being suffocated by smoke, and then not understanding what comes next.
What do you think is watching you? What do you already know?
I think she's being watched by Buck. Buck was. I think he was a frat guy. And he's watching because he doesn't want to admit it, but he's the one who set the fire.
This sounds like things are getting weird. So you hit the weird button.
Yep. Lurkers, what manifestation of yourself hides in the bokeh? Please continue, Astani.
What do my subliminal radio frequencies compel you to do? Okay. What? When they answer a question. Okay, and then so what am I supposed to do here?
The top question is for Kaylee.
So I say to Kaylee, what do my subliminal radio frequencies compel you to do?
Yep.
Okay, and then I answer that.
Yep.
Do I care about anything else? No. Okay. Subliminal radio frequencies.
So I guess I should describe them so you can kind of get an idea of what's happening.
Sure.
And then maybe that will help you have an idea of what they compel you to do.
Yeah.
So there's music playing. But there's a strange undertone to the music, like static or whispering or something. You can't quite put your finger on it. I'm not going to tell you how it makes you feel, and I'm not going to tell you what it says, but I can tell you that it makes it hard to try to remember the things you're not supposed to know.
Okay. So yeah, I think this buzzing happens, and Kaylee starts coming out of almost remembering what happened. So she stands up and reaches into her purse, pulls out a little cell phone, and she calls Brian on her cell phone. And as she's walking out of this golf course, she says, "Brian, are you free? I need to talk to you about these visions are happening again." And as she's walking out, we can see that all the plastic flamingos have melted into a puddle, and the fountain stones where she was sitting are cracked and blackened, but she didn't even notice that because of the radio waves. Let me continue.
Someone needs to cut
Okay.
this scene.
So I've put the question on the board. Who
Yep.
or what is controlling the radio frequencies?
Excellent question.
Since you never really made eye contact with the camera, you don't get the color of the circle.
Amazing.
Yeah, my webcam is not in that direction.
It's all good. It just means I get a circle. It's fine.
All right.
I do not have the thing to cut with because I used that.
Okay.
I got my one and then I used my one.
I have a thing?
Cool.
Maybe? What do you mean you have the one and you use the one?
So you know how you start with one in like the stuff you have in your calibration stuff?
Okay.
I used when I cut Ferdinand's scene, I used one of mine. So now I have 0.
Okay. So did you back up way the F back? When I put the number of things, was I supposed to reduce the number from 1 to 0 for framed edges because I had 0 of them? Or was I supposed to just add the number of things that I had to the ones that we get for free?
You should add the ones you just got to the ones that you get for free.
Okay, so in that case, I do have one available in framed edges, which is when there's dead air for too long, tell someone to hit Control Z and ask, how does the flow of time glitch out for you? Cut to the next shot. So can I ask anyone?
You would ask...
Or would I ask Golden because it was his scene?
Yeah, you would ask Kaylee.
Kaylee, okay. Kaylee, hit Control Z and tell me, how does the flow of time glitch out for you?
Pretty sure nothing happened.
I mean, hitting Control Z doesn't help if you don't have anything to Control Z, but okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
I mean, it
Oh,
did put a
fine.
box back on the thing that I tried to get rid of.
it did?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
and now I can't get rid of it because it's glitched out.
It is, though, right?
I had to scroll down to see that.
Because it
Okay.
undoes a thing.
Oh,
It wasn't supposed to be there, so I'm
But now
getting
it
rid of
is.
it anyway.
well, it got undone again. So can I undo?
All right, fine.
And we cut to the next scene, which is Brian,
Yes.
an action shot.
I think I'm up to the challenge. Okay, let me see. Let me look at my questions. And I'm actually going to try to look at the camera because there's something I like about that kind of play. It was really fun last time when I did it. My verb is read. So I read to do most of my stuff, but I also obfuscate and rejuvenate. That doesn't really come into play, but I'm just like thinking about what I do as a person. Okay. I'm not gonna look at the webcam because this is a very new situation. So I think my supervisor is with me. We're in the warehouse that Ferdinand has all of their new designs in, and we get close-ups and fast shots of Brian cataloging what's here, taking like really vigorous notes, and I am here to take these designs back to the mosque. And when, like, my supervisor's right over my shoulder, and I think we get the feeling that they're like coming in to the warehouse to figure out what's going on from Brian. And they're saying things like, who told you to come here? Why did you ask me to come here? Why do I need to be involved in any of this if someone else is telling you to do this? And Brian says, I'm trying to do this all with everyone's consent combined. And I'm trying to figure out, do we take this back to the mosque and figure out how to repurpose these so that the employees of the mosque can wear them? Do we turn these into prayer rugs? Or do we just burn them?
So
And
this
then-
sounds like suspense.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna cut in as one of
Dun, dun,
the clients. So hold on, let me look at the stable. We're gonna say that Jolene is there.
Oh my God.
And she's like, I don't know what you're smoking, Brian, but this wasn't in the contract. Like, I don't know where you think you have ownership of all of Ferdinand's designs, but like, I've got the contract right here, and it doesn't say you get any of this.
Brian like demurs and looks away a bunch of times and then takes the contract and reads it. Um, what does it say? It basically says that this is Ferdinand's designs and he needs them to be on the
Oh, they're
reality
not.
show.
They're not in the contract at all.
Oh, okay.
Like the contract is literally the your image and the rights to your image, your voice, and all that are now property of um
Mhm.
Megatech.
Yeah.
Uh,
Reality TV.
communications corporation
Yep.
conglomerate. Um,
Syndication.
Reality Network.
Mhm. Exactly.
reality network to the stars.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
um, there's nothing in there about that you get to appropriate though somebody else's designs.
Mhm. And then Brian looks back at Jolene and says, well, I'm not finding exactly what you're saying in here, but tangentially, um, Ferdinand has rights to his image, and he could very easily say that these designs are a part of his image, and then maybe it wouldn't be against the rules, but it would put me in conflict with Ferdinand, and then Brian's looking away. I don't want to make anyone unhappy.
All I'm saying is we can't come in here and just take his designs. If you want to use some of his garments for prayer rugs or robes or whatever, you're going to have to talk to him about that. I don't even know why you brought all of us here. Like, this has nothing to do with the show. I thought we were.
Jolene, I'm stuck between a lot of people right now.
Well, why are you bringing us in on a theft? Come on, Brian, use your head.
And then um, Brian, what does Brian do? Let me look at my thing. Is someone talking and they're muted?
I don't think Kelsey is properly muted, but she might be muted to the stream.
Okay, gotcha. Um, I could just barely hear someone, and I was like, "What's going on?" Um, what are you afraid the lurkers might do if you take a shortcut that offends their arbitrary sensibilities? I feel like this is just more pressure on Brian. Um, I feel like Brian's only recourse is to like start tuning Jolene out because, and I think he just like forfeits the conversation and just like does like one of these gestures and um he I think he like looks at the position of the sun in the sky and says, I need to get back to the mosque now. That would be for the best. And like looks around at his supervisor and like a helper that's like has her hands on one of the billboards and is about ready to like load it up onto the truck. And then she looks at Brian and he goes, and she puts it back down and they go back to this van. And I think they go back to the mosque. And they close the doors and they drive off in the van, and Brian finally opens up to his supervisor and to Izis, his helper, and he says, I'm maybe we have to leave that for now, but mainly I just wanted to get away from Jolene. And then I think the three of them are sort of quiet together to just like recognize that Brian needs silence in this moment. And then Brian sighs, and then he says, maybe we can come back for them later, or hell, a bright idea. Maybe we can stretch the mosque budget to include paying for Ned to make new designs for us.
I briefly want to cut away from that. You get a shot of
Sure.
Jolene pacing in the warehouse. She's on the phone, and we only hear her side of the conversation, but she says, yeah, he was just here trying to steal Ferdinand's designs. I don't know what that was all about, but you need to make a note of that. This is getting out of hand. And we cut away from that.
Amazing.
Apologies.
Have we changed location or time?
Well, we have, because we moved from the warehouse to the mosque.
Right. So yeah, I guess
Oh, so that would be scene change for me?
yes.
Okay.
I was like getting very paranoid. I was like, is that not on the sheets too?
You expect us to be able to read these sheets? Come on now.
So who described a change in location or time? Lavender. Make them play the neighborhood next.
Okay, I'll be Galaxy Peak, because Galaxy Peak is cool.
If this last scene exposed your secrets, what terror lurks in the unlit shadows, lurkers?
I can copy that over to the Twitch chat. There we go.
Thank you.
So while we're doing that, that is going to help us set the next scene and set the situation. Then I'm going to be picking a new star to play. I will be playing Troy, so I'll go ahead and do that. Change my name to Troy.
Amazing.
And I've got Troy's sheet open. He's got no styles, but that's okay. He's still early days. And then we're going to do the same thing as we did before. So once we've either got suggestions from chat, or I will find an enclosed shape on the board and fill it in.
Hey,
Can it
oh!
be
no.
any of the shapes? Like, I can pick any of the green ones? Like,
Yes. Or
Do-
no, you can't pick the green ones.
okay. So I could pick, like, the box, for example, the accidental box.
Mhm.
Yes, accidental box.
Also remind me, like, if I'm filling in a shape, like if I filled in, for example, who has tasked Brian with control of the mosque's incinerator, would I fill that entire thing in, or would I just fill in the part that's inside the gray box?
You would just do what's inside the gray box.
Okay. Alrighty.
I'm filling in these.
Cool.
Or wait, no, these wouldn't be filled in because they're
just the lines.
they're just aligned. Yep.
So I
That's
could fill
different.
them in?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Actually, yeah.
Nice. And then I will note how many different colors and sides it has when I fill it in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm gonna definitely pick something with 2 colors and 2 sides. So that's what's gonna happen. So I may as well fill that in now. And do I add that to the one I start with?
Yep.
Okay, so I would get a total of 3.
Yep.
Cool. Well, it looks like we may not have any suggestions from chat.
That's okay.
That is okay. All right. None find an enclosed shape on the board. So am I gonna? How do I do this? Because I've never filled something in before.
In this case, you would go to the map and you would kind of try to trace it with the polygon line tool.
Polygon line tool. Okay.
Yep.
So I'm gonna pick part of how many lives has June ruined.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. And then
Yep,
how do I
perfect.
fill that in?
Oh,
just like this. Okay, I think I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
We pick a different color then. We'll go with
There we go.
brighter. A brighter green. We'll just go with that. That's fine.
Yep.
Okay. So, I have picked my star. So now, once everyone's ready for the next scene, so we are going to click.
To set up the scene, since you don't have any contributions from chat,
Yes.
you would who are you playing, Troy?
Yes.
Let me see. You would use one of your different colors to start
What do
the
you mean?
scene.
Troy doesn't have any colors.
Troy on Troy's sheet.
Oh, different colors. I see.
Yep.
So do I click that, or when the color in the description feels off, change the color of one of their circles and then cut to the next shot?
Yep.
So I reduce that and then I do that. What does that mean?
So you would.
Don't we
see
first
that?
have to press our buttons for what the next shot is going to be?
We do that after this.
Oh, we do that
So
after.
this is what is allowing us to do that, basically.
Yep.
Ah.
Because we're establishing where the scene is starting off at.
Okay.
Okay, so I change the color of somebody's circle and then explain what that means, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Past self, why you gotta do this to me? Mainly because we don't know the game that we're making yet.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I have a question. Can I
Yep.
change a circle that's been made a non-player color? Can I change that back to a player color?
No.
Okay.
I was about to say, yes, that sounds interesting, but I was like, well, I kind of want the game to like march toward an end. And if there's any abilities that march that backwards, then that kind of messes with things in a way that I don't like. So
Okay. So I'm gonna change the color of your circle here, Lavender. The one that is around who is tasked Brian with control of the mosque's incinerator. I'm gonna change that to Kelsa's color.
Awesome.
And I think we see a vignette of Ferdinand getting a call, rushing to the warehouse, like you can see that his stuff has been messed with. There's designs that are gone now. The things have been taken, things are missing, and he I don't want to take too much control over this, but we see like an angry reaction from him, and then we cut away from that.
Thank you for taking control of the narration, even though I gave you literally no fictional prompts.
Yep, that's okay.
Good.
That's awesome. Now we pick our shots.
Okay. So does everyone have a shot in mind? Kelsa and Golden.
I do.
Okay. Then on the count of 1, 2, 3. Ooh.
Ho 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 ho. I'm looking forward to your shared confessional.
Anyone else would click confessional.
Interesting.
I'll be honest. I almost picked confessional.
Oh my gosh, I wish you had. We could all be in the same one. That'd be so good. Okay, so who goes first? Or I guess do Kaylee and I go first
Yes.
at the same time?
Yes.
All right. Like the void between dreams, the dark chamber sifts my memories, our memories.
Yep.
Okay. So we are going to stare directly at the webcam and answer one or more of these questions.
Okay.
So hold on. Where do we have our questions from chat? Because we had some old ones.
I think in some of the notes.
Okay, episode 2 has questions. Episode 3 just says Brian won episode 3. That's great. Okay.
Don't forget it.
It's important.
Yeah.
So, Kaylee, what does our shared confessional look like?
Well, I want to say that we're in a closet together with a like hand recorder,
Okay.
and I don't think Ferdinand's in on it, but I think like he's outside, like that whole room where stuff has been rummaged through. It's on the other side of the door of this closet we're in, trying to
Okay.
do this confessional.
All right.
So it's very close quarters, and we don't want to get caught.
Okay. So, like, did you see that thing that the camera did? That was like really weird, don't you think? Like, Kaylee, you were there, right?
It's so weird.
It was like this eye. I swear I saw an eye in the static. Like, I can't believe what I saw. Like, dude, this like big eye. It was like totally staring at me. It's like really weird.
Reminded me of something, but I can't remember where I saw it before.
Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. Like the lights were like going all crazy, and then I got like this weird like pressure in my brain.
You feel that too?
Like all the time now, man.
Oh God, it's so weird.
It's like the weirdest thing. But then like at the same time, I feel like I can see everything. It's like I'm high, except I'm not high.
Yeah. What are my subliminal radio frequencies compelling the both of you to do?
Kind of makes me want to make out with Kaylee, honestly.
I guess that's what it does.
I think we break from the camera and I like touch your face. I'm like, dude, you want to like make out?
Yeah, I turn off the camera.
Perfect.
Which means my clear next question is, how are they able to turn off the camera? You're not supposed to be able to do that. Okay, let me write that down.
It just happens. It's the social contract. It has power over everything.
Awesome. And then you keep going and I'll keep writing circles as you answer questions.
Okay. Um,
And then whenever one of you is ready to cut, look at your calibration.
Yeah, I think I'm
stuff at the
ready to
top of the
cut.
page.
So
Okay.
how do I do that?
Well, I will go and click one of my sides down. So I'm looking at my different colors on my different sides. I'm highlighting over the eye, and then that's giving me a prompt to have me change the scene, basically.
Mhm.
So for my side, this is when they break eye contact. So I'll pick golden because you probably did. I wasn't looking at you, so I don't know, but
Yep.
I'm gonna assume you did.
Yeah, he did.
Ask them, how does the color of your brand dominate the lighting? Also, lurkers, a question for you. What sinister power do these colors herald? I'll put it in chat.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think my lighting was this, the dark red color, just coming in through the vents because the door wasn't solid, so we could see Ferdinand moving things around outside. So, like, whenever he stopped to listen, we had to be quiet too. So it really added to suspense.
Also, that's definitely when we were like taking moments to make out.
Yeah.
Like, okay, he's stopping, so we have to be quiet. So, let's just kiss for a bit. It's cool. It's whatever.
That's how it works.
And then we're going to move to Ferdinand's action shot.
Okay, let's do it. Boop. I'm pressing it again just because I forgot I could just scroll up. I think I'm up the challenge. Choose one, some, or all of the following. Stare directly at your webcam as I answer. I close. Special goal. What am I afraid the lurkers might do if I take a shortcut that offends their arbitrary sensibilities? I'm afraid they might actually say something. Okay, so Ferdinand is frantically going through everything in the warehouse and like trying to make a mental inventory of what has been taken because he sure as hell does not have a physical inventory that he can refer to. And he's been going around and being like, okay, so the sweater is still here, but the matching cardigan is not, because the sweater and the cardigan are very different. Like, let me tell you. And so he's like kind of mumbling to himself as he's going through this, and he's like re-straightening up everything, and he's putting up mannequins so he can put the clothing back onto them, and is just basically tidying up. And but we get like occasionally just like kind of slow-mos as he like whips like a cape around and puts it onto a mannequin and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So there's like this pop type beat.
Mm-hmm.
And what does it transform this warehouse into for you? Like in your mind palace?
A roller disco.
Ooh.
It sounds like fun. How many disco balls are in this roller disco?
Every single piece of clothing that Ferdinand has ever designed.
It's a lot.
Except for the ones that got stolen, apparently.
No, they can be there too because causality don't real.
Fair. No, that's fair. Yep, good answer. Causality don't real. By the way, that's the name of the episode now. I decided. I'm sorry.
Yes.
That's fine.
I'm going to figure out how to change that in a second here.
Won't update until the stream ends anyhow.
That's true. That's true. I won't worry about it till then, but I'm going to write that down. Okay. Good deal. Then what?
I could see that maybe the time or location has changed.
Also, I have a
Well,
question for you,
yeah.
Lavender.
Yeah.
You're supposed to move one of their dots. We don't have any dots on the board. How do we get dots now that the game is different?
I think there's something stupid like there's one. Oh, I do know. I have to do my upbeat intro. That will put
Nobody's
dots
been
on.
upbeat, so
Yep.
gotcha. Okay, good to know.
Yep.
Why would we be upbeat? That doesn't sound right.
When we could be weird, glamorous,
'Cause
and
we're-
suspenseful.
We're halfway through like the game now, so we got to be all weird and shit.
Mhm.
Yep.
Plus, I think we burned all the upbeat characters.
Nah, Troy's totally upbeat.
That doesn't refute Kelsey's original statement that we burned all the upbeat characters.
I mean,
We just
wasn't there
made new
like
ones.
there was like two?
Hmm.
I
I feel
mean,
like being really
could be
depressed
Brian
is
could be
upbeat.
upbeat.
Yeah.
Could be.
That
Jim
unreeling
definitely
made him
not.
so happy.
I remember he was happy when he made friends with oh, who
Person
was
doesn't
he again?
exist.
Yeah, I was gonna, oh, he doesn't have a friend anymore. Never mind.
But the dog
dog.
might still
The
exist.
dog still exists. Oh my gosh, Brian has the dog now.
Good.
Yes. That's why he's upbeat.
There's no questions about it. Never ask
Dog
questions.
just shows up and they get along really well, and he has no idea why, and he's just like,
There's,
okay,
there's no causality, he's just a dog.
dog, yeah.
Amazing. So I don't think the time or location has changed yet. I think I was a little premature on that. So I think you need to keep doing stuff, and maybe if you do something upbeat, I'll give you a dot.
Okay. So as he goes around and finishes with organization, I guess you could call it.
Mhm.
At some point he's wearing roller skates now. It's really not clear when that happened, but causality don't real, so we don't question these things. And so he continues to get everything organized, and at some point he stops and strikes a disco pose, but then he's like, eureka, because I had an idea.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for answering the question before I asked it. As opposed to the upbeat music.
I skate around on my roller skates and then I strike a disco pose.
Oh my dot.
Thank you.
My question is, are you moving while the pose is happening, or are you still?
Oh, I'm definitely doing that thing where I'm slightly leaning back and my feet are splayed, so I turn a slow circle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
That's how I was envisioning it.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah, and do that, and then we get a montage shot as he's taken 3 of his different creations and rip them apart and is putting them back together in some new configuration that is really not even resembling human clothing, but it doesn't matter. It's amazing and it's epic and it blinks.
It's so good.
And for some reason it exudes greasy engine smoke.
That sounds normal.
It does. It sounds normal. Is clearly his most amazing fashion design yet, and the end of the sequence is him putting this on and transforming into a 4-legged beast by wearing this. As you
Okay.
and then charging out of that warehouse like a bull.
Okay, now that I finally put that dot down, that's What do my subliminal radio frequencies compel you to do?
Run out of the building like a bull. Yeah. I think that it compels Ferdinand to, um, basically, he needs to get his revenge, and he's now got this costume, uh, or ceremonial garb,
Mhm.
or whatever you want to put it.
I mean, a mecha transformation suit, clearly.
Also mecha transformation suit. All of the above. And is like barreling down the streets towards the studio, I guess. I don't even know I don't think he knows where he's going. I'm gonna be honest, but he's compelled to go there,
Mhm.
because of subliminal radio frequencies.
Okay, it sounds like the location has changed,
Yes. Okay.
and we're at the end of our 2 hours.
Both of those things are true.
Yep.
So should I follow those steps now, or are we going to do everything again next time?
We can continue next time.
Okay.
Yep.
Brilliant. So that means we need to say our goodbyes, and then we'll do an unreeling for later.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. Beautiful. Let's do some outros? Question mark. That's how this works, right?
Sure.
It's been a hot minute.
Usually, yeah.
I mean, the show is different than other shows.
No, you're not wrong.
It's the same, but also more different. It's more the same than
It is on Twitch.
It is on Twitch. All right, we're gonna go in from bottom to top. So, Golden, tell us about who you are and where people find you on the internets.
Hey, I'm Golden. You can find me on twitch.tv/GoldenWH. We just recently wrapped up our Stars Without Number game, because I've been having, unfortunately, problems with the scheduling. But the good news is we have reviewed Stars Without Numbers just yesterday. So I'm going to get that cleaned up and put it on YouTube. In the meantime, you can watch the VOD on my Twitch channel. I think most people really like Stars Without Numbers. And, I mean, for obvious reasons, it's a pretty popular game. You can follow me on twitch.tv, on Twitter at Haunted Sky with 2 H's. And listen to me muse about game design. Right now I'm working on Firebrand / Magical Girls / House on the Haunted Hill game, which is ready to playtest eventually. But I'll post like some development stuff on my Twitter if you're interested in that. But yeah, that's it for me.
Awesome. Astini.
Hiya, I'm Astani. You can find me over on twitch.tv/Astani, where I do variety streams and art streams. Things I've been playing lately, a lot of Oxygen Not Included. I've been doing Baldur's Gate, which has been real fun. Battleship Brigade, which has also been real fun.
I love that game.
I've been playing some of The Long Dark again off stream, and I think I might stream it, maybe. I need to think about how I want to do that, though. Because there's like a story mode, and they just released another part to the story, but also wolves hunting me stresses me out. So, we'll see. If you want to check out my art, I also have a Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/Astani and become a patron. And there's other links. Just Google my name. You'll find me.
Awesome. Lavender, what about you? This is your game. This is your
Yep.
monstrosity.
Yes.
You were responsible.
Yeah,
This is your fault.
it is. Until I release this game on itch, you can support me at patreon.com/darklavendervoid, which is also my Twitter and my Twitch that I don't use. That's me.
Perfect. Hello, everybody. I'm Kelsa, and this is my channel. I play role-playing games on the internet. You can find me here on my channel, which is Twitch or YouTube /Kelsa Delphi. On Twitter, it's just @Kelsa. I play this, obviously. Consumed is Monday nights, every other Monday. My next show during the week is Thursdays over on Party Wipe Games, where we're playing Scum and Villainy, which is one of my favorite games by far. Like, I enjoy playing Stars Without Numbers. Stars Without Numbers Revised is better, but my heart still belongs to Scum and Villainy.
Blades in Space is just
Blades in
better, I'm
Space.
just saying.
It's everything. It's everything. And that's where I'm the GM, and I put the crew through some crazy shit. That's Packet Loss. Saturdays, we're back over here on my channel for Republic City by Night. That is a Legend of Korra based Blades in the Dark hack. Estini is also in that. Lots of fun there. I really enjoy that.
It's so good.
We are detectives, and it's very good. Then on Sundays, I am over on Outro's channel, where we're playing Mothership, which is also in space, but much worse space. And I'm looking forward to the horror elements coming in. So far, we've just kind of gotten some introductions to our characters, which has been really great, and I really enjoyed that. But I'm there for the panic rolls and probably dying. Anyway,
Just say I'm really looking forward to that as well. Like, I love the space horror genre, so I just want to see all the terrible things happen, you guys.
look, I really
But with
like
love.
I really like this the second episode. We got to see a little bit more of mine and Zev's characters and their interactions together, and I'm really looking forward to one of us dying horribly. I mean, what?
Oh yeah, I totally missed the second episode because I was like out of commission all weekend.
Oh,
I couldn't
gosh,
catch
yeah,
the
I'm so-
VOD again.
I'm glad you're feeling better, by the
Me
way.
too, because I had a lot of fun with tonight's episode. So
Yeah.
I want to just say thank you, Lavender, for spending a lot of time taking the things we talked about and working them into the game.
Yay.
I feel like I knew how to do stuff and I could interact with people, and it was really good.
Yes, I agree. We'll talk more about
Yes.
being enthusiastic about it in our break before we unreel.
Yes.
I just wanted to say that though, because it
Yep.
was
Awesome.
good.
Well,
That's what the mind control rays really do to make us enthusiastic.
I mean, causality don't reel though. So, anyway, thank you everyone for coming out tonight, and we'll see you next time. Bye.